Oh, everybody. I'm coming around there.
There.
Yeah. It's on the tripod this week. So let's hope the cats don't tip over the whole tripod. But how are you all doing? There. Okay, good. But it says there's two people here, so hello. I mean, one of them might be me on this phone, so there might be one other person here, so hello. Yep, after the... See, this is the thing I was using before, and it kept letting loose, and the camera would fall, my phone would fall on the floor during live streams. And that's because it's about 15 years old, and the suction cup's all yellow, so that's garbage. So we have it on the tripod now, so as long as the cats don't run into it and knock it around, it should be fine. I know we're further away now, but that's all right, because the tripod's on the floor. But how is everybody doing this week? If anybody's in here now. We have laundry going. I've been painting things. Hello, Lisa Harvey. How are you? Says you're good. That's good. But yeah, I've been painting things like this little fox, which I have to be careful with because it's not dry yet. But yeah, this little fox, it's not done. I have a little more to do, but I just finished the background, so that's what I've been doing for the last 2 days, is painting that little tiny fox with acrylic paint. And then I have a big dragon painting to do next. But I got distracted by the little bitty fox. But I figured it would be good to start doing some of my artwork again, because that stops me from eating when I'm busy. I'm not constantly thinking about food because I have something else to do. So... Lisa says, so cute, arts are fun. Yeah, they are. And then I'll be putting it on a little easel. And that one will be going in my Etsy shop, which there's a link to that in the description of every video, but there's nothing in there right now. But I have a cat painting I did like that, and this fox. And when the fox is done and all dry and everything, I'll put the two in the Etsy shop and see how they sell, if they do or they don't or whatever. And they come with a little black easel to display them on that I got from Hobby Lobby, which I don't have it out right now. It's in my box of art supplies, but whoever gets them will get the painting and the little easel to display them on. They're 3.5 by 2.5 inches, these little canvases. But I have bigger canvases too, like the next one is what is this, that there?
11 by 14.
Yeah, 11 by 14. There's two of them in here. That's what the dragon painting is going to go on. But I don't know about putting stuff that big in the Etsy shop, because that's a lot of shipping to try to send stuff like that to people. But I'll decide. So what did you do today?
Went to the store and got the back brakes changed on the rest of the back brakes done on the car today.
Make sure you talk loud enough, because now the microphone is further away.
Yeah, Daniel, you should take your own advice.
I'm trying. Can you guys hear us good enough from all the way over there? Because we don't have an external microphone or anything like that.
Yeah, practice what you preach.
Colby's walking around on the kitchen counter. Colby, What are you doing up there? Come here. Come here. There's nothing for you up there. But yeah, it is cool. I get in these artistic streaks once in a while where I do a bunch of stuff and then I don't do anything for a while. But I'll end up doing more things again. Lisa says, I love your cats. Well, thank you. We love them too. Buddy's on the back of the chair. I think some of them are in bed. Oh, Spotted Leaf's on top of the cat tree like she always likes to be. They're definitely around here. Oh, and I see that the nautical star right there is in the frame. I painted that too. It was red when I bought it from Walmart, and we had to put tape on there to mark it off so I could paint parts of it black. So now it's black and red. But I did that about 3 years ago. But that's the kind of weird little projects I come up with. But yeah, having the camera on the tripod, I can tell that you can see a little more than you could when it was just on the table or on the laptop. For the longest time, I went live from my MacBook Air, and that was right in front of us. So now you get a little more of a view.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your plans for the week?
I'm not sure.
You're all done fixing the car now, right?
Oh, except for welding the one spot on the exhaust, but other than that,
Oh,
it's all
yeah.
fixed.
Yeah, you got to take it to your brothers to do that.
Yeah. Other than that, everything's fixed.
Lisa says, tomorrow is my birthday. Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. I hope it's a good day for you. Yep. So Don was watching Rocky before we turned the live stream on. That's one of his favorite things. Lisa says, thanks. Yes, it will. That's good. And last night we watched all 3 Poltergeist movies.
Excuse me.
Right before bed, which I probably shouldn't have done because then I had a bunch of weird dreams. Not scary ones, just weird ones with poltergeist type stuff in it.
Oh, that's because you're weird.
Yeah.
You want to see something weird? Go
Look in the
bathroom
mirror. Yeah, uh-huh.
Or you want to see something funny? Look in the bathroom mirror.
Where did you get that line from?
I don't know.
Because every line that you ever say has come from a movie.
Maybe come out of my bum.
Like tonight, I don't think I've seen Rocky before, the first one. Any of them. And it started playing, and somebody said to Sylvester Stallone, did you get the license number? And he said, of what? Of the truck that hit your face.
No, you already done fucked that up.
Well, whatever. However it goes.
It's supposed to go, did you get that license plate number? License plate number to what? Well, the truck that ran over your freaking face.
Okay, well, anyway, he said that line over and over and over and over the whole time we've been together, and now I caught him. I see where he got it from.
Yeah, it's a good line. You gotta use it.
Hello, Brick Tack Stick Lego Ideas, and hello, Katie Wood. How are you two doing? We're just for those who didn't who just came in. I've been working on this painting since yesterday. It's not done yet. Some of it's still wet, so that's why I'm handling it carefully. I don't want to smear the paint around. I should have it done tonight though. There's only a couple more things I have to do. Katie says, good, Happy New Year. Yep, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bricktastic Lego Ideas says, I'm fine. You are so lucky to have 1.11 subscribers. I wish I had that many subscribers. Well, you will over time. It took us 8 years. So, some people make it overnight. Some people it takes a long, long time. And more than likely it's going to take a long, long time. So, just keep fighting. Keep going.
Yeah, it took you, what, 8 years?
Yeah, almost.
So, yeah.
I started being serious about this YouTube channel on January 19th, 2015. So that's not too long from now, and it will be officially 8 years. Before that, I just used it as a place to store my my concert videos, which I ended up deleting off the channel because that's copyright stuff. That stuff's not on the channel anymore. But I used to have videos from Korn and Disturbed and Avatar and Tenacious D.
Mushroom Head.
Yeah, Mushroom Head, all kinds of different bands. But I pulled them all off there because they all had copyright claims on them, of course. Not strikes, but claims. And everything was a big mess, so I cleaned them all off there. Yeah. Bricktastic Lego Ideas says, I'm at 812 subscribers in 5 months exactly.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're
Well,
fine. If you
yeah.
got that in only 5 months, you're fine.
Yeah, it took us 8 years, so.
Yeah. Before you know it, you're going to be at 1,000. Just make sure you're getting your watch time, because you have to have both.
Yep.
You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. So make sure you're getting both of them, and you'll be fine. You're doing fantastic compared to how we were doing. So I wouldn't even worry about it.
So. If we take you that long, come up that won't take you that much longer to.
Yeah, only 5 months? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fine. Don't even worry about it. Well, if you only have 53 watch hours, I'd definitely work on that.
Yeah.
Share your videos around and stuff. And don't just rely on shorts, because that doesn't count. The watch time from shorts does not count toward monetization. So make real videos, normal videos too. Don't just make shorts.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you make because I didn't look at your channel yet, but don't rely on only shorts, because it won't ever happen if that's all you put up.
Yeah, so the subs, you're not far off from meeting the requirements.
Yeah, just work on your watch hours, your watch time.
Yep. And the length of your videos help too. You don't want them too long because then people get bored with them, but you want them to have them long enough to where you can meet the requirements too.
But yeah, you'll be fine. If I could withstand waiting for 8 years, and didn't give up, you'll be okay.
Yeah, because your watch time is really up there.
Yeah, I've got, as of today, I hit double the watch time that is required. 8,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. But I have 1,700 videos. So there's a lot on my channel for people to watch, and that's what's doing it, is that there's a lot on my channel.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to call you Lego, because that's an awful long name. But Lego says, I don't think to be a YouTube partner there's a 365-day time limit. No, there isn't. That's not what I said. I said the requirement is you have to have 4,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. Every year, because that's 365 days is a year. Every year you have to get and maintain at least 4,000 watch hours. I didn't say anything about any kind of time limit.
Yeah, there ain't no time limit.
No. Look it up on Google.
Yeah.
For look up YouTube requirements for monetization. Type that in there just like that. Hit search. Read what it tells you.
And it'll tell you all the requirements that you need to meet the requirements.
Yes. Because Google is owned by YouTube, and the information you find on there is going to be from YouTube, and it's going to be correct. So look it up, do your research, and then you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. It's not just 1,000 subscribers and there's no time limit. I didn't say anything about a time limit. Susan Moss, hello, says you have a nice variety of videos too, something for everybody. Yeah, because basically my channel is our lives, and a lot of different things happen. So I don't stick to just one kind of thing. And I remember, I don't know how many times I have had people comment, and it's usually young teenagers, say 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. They'll comment on my videos and say, you should make video game videos. No, I shouldn't. For one thing, you get copyright claims on those things. Another is I'm not interested in that, and neither is anybody else. But I don't know how many times I've had young kids come in and tell me that I should turn my channel into a gaming channel. No, thank you.
Yeah. We don't mind playing games.
Yeah, we have a PS3 and some games, but I'm not gonna record that and put that on YouTube. That's boring.
Because we don't play the game system all the time. It's once in a while when we do play it.
Yeah. Leave the video game videos to the kids.
Yeah.
Because we're not that kind of channel.
No.
But yeah. So far in 2023, here, nothing has actually really happened yet.
No, not yet.
Not really. Except the Trailblazer dying forever.
Well, until I get it fixed again.
Yeah, and we had to switch back to the Impala. That was about it.
Yeah. That was about the only thing that's really happened so far. And that's really nothing exciting.
No, not really.
But, yeah, we'll just put Trailblazer off to the side, and then I'll just really further on with that and figure out why the motor won't crank over. Or it could be something to do with the ignition, and it could be a
Yeah, because
number
it's
of
not
things,
the battery
so.
and it's not the alternator.
Right. Well, alternator ain't gonna stop the motor from rolling over. So.
Yeah.
The alternator alone that has to do with is charging up the battery, and that's it. That's the only role that the alternator has.
Yep.
You can rip your alternator right out of the vehicle, and it's not gonna. Then your motor is still gonna roll over and start and run, as long as you got juice in your battery.
Yeah. But that Trailblazer has basically everything wrong with it under the sun.
So what I'm finding out, yeah, there's a lot wrong with it from what I'm finding out now. And it's stuff you don't know just by looking at it. You know, because that, would be like putting something inside of a box and saying, well, what's wrong with the item that's inside the box? You don't know because you can't see it.
Yeah. So after the live stream, I have this stuff. It'll dry clear. It's like kind of like stars, like shiny stuff. I'm gonna put it in the sky of this, just a little bit. I'm trying to make it look kind of like galaxy in the background. And the fox still needs a shadow. So I don't have a darker green than what I used on the grass, so I have to mix that dark green and some black together to get a darker green yet, and then the fox will have a shadow. And then it'll be done. And like I said earlier, it's going to go in my Etsy shop, which there's a description to that in every video. There is a link to that in the description of every video, but right now there's nothing in there. But I'll be putting this and a little cat painting that I did in there. I'll make an announcement when there's stuff back in there. But right now there's nothing in there. I also have to figure out some new merch for our merch store. But I don't know. I'm not that good of an artist. Anything I try to design, I don't like it. So there's a link to that in the description of every video too, but there's nothing in that shop right now either. So I have to figure out a design of something that's good to represent our channel, us and the cats, and Michigan and all that, and to put it in the merch store, and then it'll be on shirts and mugs and stuff like before. A few years ago I had stuff in the merch store, but then I took everything out of there because it was outdated. I haven't put anything back yet. But eventually there'll be stuff back in there once I figure out a good design. Belfry Bats, do you buy your craft supplies at the Onaway Ben Franklin store? Guess what? That hasn't been a Ben Franklin for what, 20 years?
I've been quite some time. When they moved in, they moved out almost just as fast as they moved in.
Yeah. We were just talking about that today, actually.
Yeah.
That when the Ben Franklin went out of business, they didn't take their sign with them. So it looks like there's a Ben Franklin, but there's not. And actually, all the Ben Franklin stores went out of business. That's like Kmart, it's gone.
Yep.
But no, where I do get it from is Hobby Lobby. I was going to the one in Gaylord, but that was destroyed in the tornado, so now I have to go to the one in Petoskey.
Yep.
And some from Walmart.
Yeah,
they have the acrylic paint at Walmart.
Yeah, I was just going to say some of your supplies come from Walmart, too.
Susan Moss says, yeah, I would love some merch. Yeah, as soon as I get a good design figured out. It's got to be something appealing that people want. I have an awful hard time with graphic design, the actual design of stuff. I know a little bit, but I'm not really good at it, so sometimes the things I think up aren't that appealing. And I'm not good at drawing people. I'm better at drawing animals. I could draw the cats all day, but if I try to draw Don and me, it's going to look terrible. I kind of wish I could hire somebody else to do it. But I don't know of anybody, so that's just how it goes. I'll have to figure it out. Belfry Bat says, is there a Joann's or Michael's craft store in northern Michigan? Michael's is in Saginaw. That's 3 hours south of here. There's a Joann's Fabric over in Alpena that's, about an hour and 5 minutes from here. So the best place is Hobby Lobby. That's the closest one. Or Walmart. They have a little tiny bit.
Yeah, they got a
little bit here and there.
I was going to say, they got a little bit of stuff, but not a very big selection.
Yeah, but in order to go to Michael's, that's like an all-day trip to get there and back.
Yeah. You go somewhere like that, you better have enough money to buy up a bunch of stuff to make it worth your time going.
Well, we used to stop in Saginaw all the time when we come back from concerts downstate, but we haven't done that since 2017.
Yeah, but I was just referring to, that, you're going on your way just to go to that one place, like.
No, I wouldn't go to Saginaw to only go to one store.
That's why I was saying, if you're going to go do something like that, you got to take.
If we were going to Saginaw, we'd be going to the mall and all whatever else we wanted to go to there. Right. We wouldn't just go to one store, go in there, and then walk out and go home. Yeah. Not for a 6-hour round trip.
No.
You're silly.
No, but there are people out there that would do that though.
That's stupid.
Well, look at John Burke there. Oh, go and give me some fish tacos.
Yeah. Don't talk about him. He's no good.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, look at him. He would do something like that. Is all I was saying.
So Mackenzie says, good evening, folks. How's the weather there? It's a balmy -6 Celsius here in Canada. Well, we go by degrees here. We go by Fahrenheit, and it is... Is that on your phone here?
I don't know.
It says it is 30 degrees. Whatever that comes to in Celsius. That's 2 degrees below freezing. And I know that your Celsius, our 32 degrees is your 0. So it would be -2. I think that's right. Celsius. I think that's how it goes.
I'm not sure how it goes.
Yeah, all I know is that that 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. So if it's 30, that would mean it's -2 Celsius. Mackenzie says -20 Fahrenheit is -6 Celsius. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I was going to say 20 degrees. Just 20 degrees, not 20 degrees below 0. That'd be really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that makes sense. And that's 10 degrees colder Fahrenheit than here. But it is below freezing here, so... Smokey. What are you doing? Smokey's over here on the chair where he doesn't fit. Oh, there he goes. But yep, usually I go on Google and put Celsius to Fahrenheit. Or if I'm trying to tell somebody something in another country, I put Fahrenheit to Celsius. And then I get the answer. Why the U.S. never switched to the metric system, I don't know, but that's okay. We still go by miles and whatever.
Yep.
Not kilometers.
I remember buying a car one time that went by kilometers, and when I first bought the car, I didn't even realize it, and I was like, what? I'm breaking, then the first time I was breaking the speed limit, then I looked again, and it's like, nope.
Okay, listen to me.
Reading in,
was there a button to push
nope.
to turn it back to miles?
Nope, because it wasn't digital, it was just straight up kilometers.
Well, that's pretty weird.
The straight up kilometers, it was, I think it was a Dodge Sundance or something like that.
That's weird. Because that Buick LeSabre that I had, I hit the wrong button on something, and people were behind me were honking, and I'm like, I'm going 55. And then I noticed it said kilometers. No, I wasn't. I was going 45 miles. Hold
Not
on.
even.
Here. I was trying to go 55. Let me see what here. Miles.
You might have been doing
MPH 2 kilometers. Okay, I thought I was going 55. No, that says I was going 88. That's not true. Because I wasn't going faster, I was going slower.
Yeah, you're going slower
Than what the speedometer said. Here.
You had to have been
Oh, I did it
really
wrong. Okay, there. I was going, it said I was going 55, and I thought it was miles an hour. But I was actually going 34 miles an hour because it was switched to kilometers.
Yeah, I was gonna
But there was a button on the dash to push to go back and forth between the two.
Yeah, the car I had, there was no switching back and forth between the two. It was straight up in kilometers. There was no switching it, nothing.
So what, did it come from Canada or something?
I'm not sure where the car come from. We was already here in Michigan, and I didn't know much history about the car, so.
And on the speedometer, it didn't have two sets of numbers? Because I've seen some old speedometers where it'll be
Where it'll
miles
show you,
per hour along the top, and then it'll be kilometers per hour along the underneath those numbers.
No, this
So you
was
got
just
both on there.
this was just straight up kilometers. There was no miles per hour on there.
Well, that's weird. I wonder where that car came from.
I'm not sure where it came from, but
Belfry Bats, what was the worst car you ever owned? For him, it was that Dodge Stratus.
yeah, that Dodge Stratus.
Everything, oh my God.
Nothing was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Stay the hell away from flipping Dodge.
And I guess my worst one was, I think it was 1999 Mercury Sable. Everything you could think of under the book was wrong with that thing, too.
Don't matter what kind of make or model of a Dodge. You know, don't matter what kind of model it is or nothing. I touch a flipping Dodge, they fall right apart. Burn up the transmission, or motor blows up, or the rear end gets ripped out of it, or
Crap in the gas.
yeah, fuel neck rots out and you get dirt and water in the gas tank, or
Yeah, and it was sold to him that way by Hangout Auto, and they lied to him. And then when he tried to return it a couple days later, they said, sure, we'll take it back, but we're going to take you to court and make you continue to pay for it. So he had to keep it.
yeah, but don't matter what kind of a Dodge, because I've got couple different kind of Dodge vehicles, and it seemed like all the rest of them, transmission burned up out of them, except the Dodge Stratus.
Yeah.
So Dodges, I don't like them. I hate them with a passion.
Belfry Bats, is Hangout Auto still in business?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Still in business and still ripping everybody off. And it's still owned by Mitch James. And he used to be friends with my dad until he got crooked. So we don't dare go there to try to get a car. Oh. They fit the perfect bill of crook car dealership. Terrible. And if there's anybody who was watching this from the local area who likes Hangout Auto, oh well.
Yep. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah. Too many people, including Don, have been screwed by those people. But yep, it's right there next to Family Dollar. Which Family Dollar wasn't always there.
Well, because that was originally part of Hangout Auto. The property was. Hangout Auto sold the property to Family Dollar so that way they could put the building there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny because in 1993 my family and I moved to Hawks and I graduated from Rogers City. And then I was an adult. I lived in California for 4 months or whatever. I lived at the Grand Canyon. I lived on Mackinac Island. I lived in Saginaw. I lived in Grand Rapids for a very short time. I lived in Rogers City a little bit. And then I ended up spending 17 years in Alpena. And then when I come back, there's a Family Dollar in Hanaway. It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah, when I heard that was coming to Hanaway, the first thing that went through my mind was good because Hanaway needs it.
Yeah. Now there's Dollar General as well.
Yeah. And that moved in a few years after Family Dollar.
Oh, a big long few years. That didn't open up till 2018.
Right. It was a few years, for sure.
Yeah, because I worked there for a while, and I started working there the first year they opened, which was 2018. As for Family Dollar, they built that thing like What, the year 2000 or something like that?
I don't even remember what
It's a
year
long,
it
long
was,
time ago.
But
23 years ago, probably.
'cause I know they did Family Dollar and right around, not too far off. They did Subway too.
Oh yeah, there's a Subway too across from Family Dollar, which was not there when I was living over here, because I grew up over here. But then we moved for my senior year, and I ended up graduating from Rogers City.
And Subway in Onaway almost went down until the owners of it had to step back and come up with a new plan about how they were going to drum up business.
Belfry Bat says Onaway Auto has 2 Yelp reviews, 1 5-star, 1 1-star, and the 1-star is brutal. Yeah, I can believe it. I'll have to look that up after the live stream and laugh at it. Because the 5-star is probably a friend of Mitch or somebody. And then the 1-star is somebody who was actually honest, I'm sure. Spotted Leaf, come here. They probably can't see you. Come closer. Come here. Oh, you're okay. Turn around. There you go. There you go. No. Yep, Spotted Leaf's a good girl. Even though she'd rather, I don't know, not be held, I guess. She doesn't really like to be held.
Nope.
She's like, pet me, I'll stand here, but don't hold me.
Yeah, most of our cats are like that. Don't care for being held, but they'll let you pet them.
Yeah. I don't think there are many cats out there who want to be held in the world at all. Belfry Bat says, is there a spooky cemetery in Onaway? Probably. Probably all of them are spooky. Maybe.
Well, I don't get a spooky vibe from them, but
It depends. Depends on how people feel, if they're going to say it's spooky or not spooky. There's one in Tower. If you go back or search our channel for, it's called Horror on Halloween. It's a Halloween video I did in 2017. It starts out at Awaken Park, but then it goes to the cemetery on M68 in Tower. And it had a lot of old, creepy headstones and stuff, so that's why I used it.
yeah, because there's the one here in Tower, cemetery in Onaway, then the other cemetery out on the 638.
What about the one across the road from the Seventh-day Adventist Church? Is that what you're talking about?
No, 638, 2 mile.
On M68 is the Seventh-day Adventist Church. You know that, right?
Yeah, what about it?
Across the road from it is a cemetery.
That's what I meant by Onaway Cemetery.
So there are no other cemeteries in Onaway but that one?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there's that one there, one here in Tower, then the one out on 638.
Oh, well, okay then.
And that's it.
Yeah, and the one across from the Seventh-day Adventist Church isn't very spooky.
No. And I don't think any of them is spooky. So.
Well, I think the one in Tower is more because it has older headstones in it.
Well, I don't even get the feeling that it's spooky, but that's just me though. So.
I made it spooky in my Halloween video, though.
You want to find a spooky cemetery, find an old cemetery that hasn't been maintained.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like such an old cemetery that is pretty much treated, just like nature took it over, Then I might find it a little bit spooky.
Yeah. Katie says, we used to go to one named Dice Road Cemetery in Hemlock. It was/is haunted for sure. Yeah. Hey Terry, how you doing? And Crystal and Dan and everybody. We're just we are all watching on the TV, but only my hands are free. All right. Yeah, we our live streams aren't like your live streams. We don't have a bunch of fun, interesting things to do and lots of different cameras and all this kind of stuff. Maybe eventually, but for now, we just do what we can. Oh, and if you guys just showed up, I've been spending the last 2 days painting this fox. It's not done yet, but little bitty tiny fox. So I have my paints and stuff out. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Yep, that's finally dry enough now that I don't have to worry about getting it on my fingers if I pick it up.
Yeah, I'm already looking forward to summer already. Sick and tired of all this snow crap.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants to go hang out in the camper again already.
Yeah. Start hanging out in the camper and start walking down here to the river. Cast my pole in, sat there for so long, fall asleep like I used to. Yeah.
Yep. And Terry says, love the purple background. Yeah, and I'm trying to make it look like Galaxy. And when it's done, I have this. It's done already. But I mean, the final step is going to be this stuff, and it dries clear. I'm hoping it'll make it look like Galaxy with stars and stuff.
Like glitter and stuff in there.
And hello, Dawn. It's your first live. No, it's not snowing. Is it snowing? I don't.
We had a few snow flakes earlier, but it quit.
I don't think it's snowing now.
I don't know. I look real quick.
Dan says your picture is super cute. Thank you.
Nope, it's not snowing here. We only had a tiny bit earlier, and that was it.
Yeah. I finally figured out how to get the transfers onto these things. It has to be these solid ones, or when you try to, you put the transfer paper on there and you're trying to write on it with the other ones I've got, which are little they're stretched over a wooden frame, and then there's in the middle there's not enough
support.
Yeah, I couldn't put enough pressure with the little ones, so I have to use this kind to get a transfer on there, or it's not gonna work. So I've got a whole bunch of those others left, and I'm just gonna have to figure out what to do with those. Can't use transfers on them. I'm gonna have to just freehand stuff on them. And I can't seal this anytime soon either, because I can't take it outside. It's freezing. And if I spray it outside, it'll never dry. And you can't spray that stuff in the house. So the spraying part, I was going to have to wait till spring, I guess. So I'll get a bunch of stuff painted. Here. My next project is from the step-by-step painting. This dragon thing. It goes this way. So I've got that already with the 11 by whatever. What is that?
I think it's 11 by
14. Yeah, 11 by 14 canvas. That's the next one I'm doing after the little tiny fox. Punk Skunk says, we're supposed to get snow again on Monday and Tuesday here in northern Arizona. I'm ready for summer too, except flies and ants that come with the heat. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the mosquitoes that we'll get here.
Yep.
And Dawn says, that's so cool. Thank you.
Yeah, we usually have issues with ants around here too.
Yeah, but we didn't the last couple years. Not much.
Not much, no, but I know we had some massive ant hills here this last summer, and I'm surprised we didn't have much of an issue with ants this year.
RFS Dan says, in your year review video, we watched Don was pushing your stuck car off a bank of snow. What happened?
No, that was up in the driveway.
Yeah, it was stuck at the end of the driveway, and that was actually a clip from 2016. But when I was looking for clips to use for that, I ran across that, and I said, okay, I want people to know what it's like to live in northern Michigan. So I got to put a clip in there of somebody getting stuck in the snow and having to push their vehicle out, because that's what it's like to live in northern Michigan.
Yeah, because you were trying to get in the driveway.
Yeah, I got stuck.
Well, what it was is that you didn't give your vehicle enough gas to where when you hit that wall of snow from the plow truck, you just plow right through it.
Yeah, so
You know,
he had to
when-
come out and push it out of there.
Yeah, because usually when that happens, if you get enough speed up and you hit that wall of snow, it'll just like explode. And you can
Yeah.
get through, but she didn't.
No, I just tried to pull into the driveway like a normal person.
Yeah,
Well, no.
and then she just went like over top of it, then all built up underneath of the vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like I'm stuck in a snowbank, but I'm actually, because of where the camera was, but it's actually in the driveway on the other side of that big snowbank.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was still
like,
stuck.
Yeah, you were like half in the driveway and half out in the road still,
Yeah.
because it was a wall of snow from the plow truck.
Yeah. And John says the pictures and projects are cool. Thank you. And I don't look forward to the bugs either. I don't think anybody likes bugs. Do you like bugs?
Only if they like me.
And John says I don't get snow where I live in Northern California.
Oh, must be nice.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, no shit. I wish it was like
But
that
yeah,
here.
no, we get a lot of it here.
Yeah, we get a lot.
We are flooding here.
Yeah, that ain't cool either.
No. And Dan says we just get the rain.
Yeah, we've been seeing about.
Yeah, but you guys don't get much rain where you are, because I was there. I was in Indio and Hemet in 95. I was in Indio. 96. I was in Hemet, and it didn't rain much. And the one time it did rain in Hemet, I was told that all the oil comes up out of the road onto the pavement. It doesn't rain enough, so it doesn't get rinsed off. So when it does rain, it all oozes out onto the pavement. And I was going somewhere in the rain, and I got to a red light, and I hit my brakes, and the car just kept going. And I sideswiped a truck, ended up on the sidewalk, into a light pole.
Yeah, so that's almost like us having a sheet of ice here.
Yeah.
So.
And everybody was telling me, oh, that's because we don't get enough rain here, and all the oil and gas and stuff that was on the road comes up and makes the road slippery. Well, that doesn't happen here because it rains enough that it gets rinsed off regularly.
Yeah.
Same. Dan says same. Yeah, you're not far from there. Because I remember being told when I was in Indio that LA was only an hour away. I never went there, but that's what I was told.
You know, the furthest I've been towards California is Colorado.
Yeah.
That's the closest I've been to California is Colorado.
Yeah. And hello, Rhonda Musselman. How are you doing? John says, I got more rain than Dan, and we send them water. Northern California sends water down to Southern California. Huh. Yeah, we have enough water. We don't have to send water. We don't have to get water.
Yeah.
But
We have our own private well system, so.
yeah, every few years it's always all over the news. Oh, the Great Lakes. The southern states want to drain the Great Lakes and take all the water. I don't think that's really ever going to happen.
No, the Department of Natural Resources wouldn't allow something like that.
No. And Rhonda says, do you like to work on puzzles? We do, but we haven't been able to lately because of the cats. Because they're just going to take the pieces and run away with them. But I've been doing puzzles on, there's this app where you go, where people put photos in. Like I'm on a Mackinac Island group, Facebook group, and they keep taking photos that people submit and turn them into puzzles. So I've been doing puzzles on my MacBook Air because the cats can't run away with those pieces.
Yeah, I got one puzzle I would like to eventually try and do, but might have to try and do it out in the camper though.
Dawn says there is enough water to share.
Yeah.
And Dan says, Crystal has to put her puzzles on a roll-up mat. And Dawn loves puzzles. I didn't know about roll-up mats, so I should check that out, because that might work if I can put it away when I'm not working on it. If I have to leave it out, forget it.
Yeah, same here. I got a puzzle I've been sitting on for quite a while, but haven't been able to work on it because of the cats.
Yeah.
And I think it's a pretty cool one.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
A way to put it away. The last time I did do a puzzle, it was a small one that my friend Jen sent me of a black cat and a pumpkin, and it was luckily it was a small one because I sat right here. I put the whole thing all together at once, and then I used puzzle glue to hold it together and put it together, and then I put it in a frame when it was dry.
Yeah.
But I had to hurry up and get that puzzle done right away, or the cats were gonna have their way with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Dawn says she loves puzzles, and my roll-up mat only holds 1,000 pieces. I think that's enough. I don't know if I'd want to do a puzzle that was more pieces than that. Where did you go?
I'm here to grab that puzzle, but I see it got moved. It's not in the spot where I used to have it, so I'm not gonna. Must got put in the closet.
I guess.
I used to have it on top of the movies. I was gonna get it out and show them what picture it was.
Well, I didn't move it. I remember seeing it there myself. I didn't move
well,
it.
I'm figuring it got put in the closet, and I'm not gonna try to get it out of the closet now. So.
Maybe. Dawn says puzzles and pets don't mix well. Unless you have a dog, they don't want the puzzle pieces. And I've never had a dog that wanted the puzzle pieces. Oh, Dawn says my dogs would take them. I guess it depends on what kind of dog. Just a few. Just a few. Well, even if they only take one, that's too many, because then you have a piece missing. Yeah, enough to ruin it. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. There's been times where I bought puzzles, and like from a yard sale, and people are like, "Oh, it's all there," and you get it all put together, and there's like 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces missing. So I quit buying used ones from yard sales.
Yeah, you don't want to buy them used.
No, because
they have them at Goodwill all the time, but I leave them there because you don't know if all the pieces are there or not.
Right, right.
Dawn says mini husky, aka big kitty. Yeah, I've heard huskies are like cats. Back in 2018, we had to watch the Alaskan Malamute that my sister-in-law used to have. But she didn't really act like a cat. I mean, she was huge, so she couldn't really act like a cat very much.
Yeah, she was a wonderful dog and all, but...
Except she didn't like other dogs.
But she just was one of the types of dog that did not get along with any other animals at all.
No, she had to go live somewhere with an old man who had no pets of any kind whatsoever.
Well, yeah, that's because with the way she is, he had to go to a household where there was no other pets besides where.
Yeah, but she isn't. She is in some of our earlier vlogs, because she was here for 3 months at the end of 2017 into 2018. So she's on our channel. You just have to find her.
Yeah, because he was an awesome dog,
And hello, Gordon.
Wonderful dog.
And thank you, Dan, for the super chat. I know you have to have some funky sort of picked Midwestern item. Try one. What? Or do you mean pickled? What do you mean?
I think you have to add some
funky sort of picked Midwestern item. Try one. I don't know what you mean unless you mean pickled. Oh,
yeah,
do you
pickled.
mean... Yeah, pickled. You mean, oh yeah. Maybe some stuff we have here. All we have is pickled green beans and pickles, right?
Hey, you leave my homegrown and home pickled alone. Those
A
turned out
pickled
really
puzzle? Yeah, okay, a pickled puzzle.
good. Yeah.
Where are those pickled green beans? Are there any left in the refrigerator?
None left for opened, but I think there's a jar over
Right
here.
there. No, those are pickles. There's some. He'll get some. Because the pickles are good, but they're just pickles.
Pickle. Actual pickle.
No, the green beans. Or do you not have any pickles open either? You want to try those too? But yeah, he pickled green beans with the same recipe as the pickles.
And they turned out awesome.
Oh God! This is how I open these up. There. Because you can't reuse the lid anyway.
Yeah, you can't reuse the lid anyway. They're
Dan
one
says
time
we got sent some of the green beans. Yeah.
What, the pickled ones?
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, they're all right. I like the pickles better though. Yeah. We made them, and he made the pickles.
Yep.
These are a little spicy though. He put red pepper flakes in here. He did not put them in the pickles.
Yep, those are the hot pickled green beans. Green beans grown up from out of our garden too.
Terry says, "What's up with some pickled fruits?" We didn't pickle any fruit.
Yeah, we didn't pickle any fruit.
You want some more? I kind of don't like how those are spicy like that. Maybe that's why I don't like those as much as the pickles. The pickles are better. Oh, don't have to stab this one. Oh, these were in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So they're freezing. And they're going to hurt my teeth.
That cold stuff hurt my teeth too. Ooh, I can hear the crunch all the way over here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hard of hearing.
If they didn't get soggy. And Terry says they look so good. They are. He grew these in the garden all summer and pickled them. And
Yep.
there is a video on the channel showing how.
Yeah, you follow the same recipe for the green beans as you do for the actual pickles.
Oh, Dan says stay away from the pickled beets. I know, I don't like pickled beets.
Neither do I. Pickled beets are nasty.
Yeah, and then the last time we had pickled beets, Don put them in the microwave and gave them to me like that. You're not supposed to eat them hot. And Gordon says, was Don get the car repair? Yes, I can hear you guys good. Okay, Gordon, I think you should refresh because I think you're way behind. Try going out and coming back in because I asked if you guys could hear us way back at the beginning. So, crap. But that means that you're not going to hear me say this for a few minutes. Hold on a minute here. But Dawn says, how do you can them? Do your water bath.
For the pickles, you have to water bath them.
And Terry says that crunch was ASMR heaven. Well, that means that my the microphone in my iPhone 13 Pro must be pretty good because it's way over on the other side of the table and you could still hear me.
Yeah, and with me being hard of hearing, I could hear you crunching on that.
Yeah, John says they sound good too. Now here, let me try to help Gordon. Oh, blah, 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 blah. This is not my phone. It's smaller than my phone. So I'm making typos terribly. There we go. Yeah. He must be way behind, like back at the beginning.
Now here's what you call a jar of beets.
Those aren't pickled though, right?
Nope, not pickled.
Yeah, I like the normal ones when you make them with dinner and you put salt and butter on them, but not with pickled. Yep.
Oh yeah. We got all kinds of stuff that I can.
Oh yeah, peaches.
Oh yeah, and then fresh peaches that we can this year. Well, this last growing season.
Yeah, he keeps making peach crisp every time we turn around with these. I was gonna make pie with them, I never did, but I will eventually.
Oh yeah, we got all kinds of canned stuff that we can.
Belfry Bats, you guys should do an ASMR video where you whisper to each other and crinkle cellophane packages. No! I know that's big and all, but that would be really weird, because that's not the kind of stuff we normally do. Robert Musselman, my wife likes beets.
Yeah?
I like beets too, but not if they're pickled.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of being pickled.
No. Especially not if you warm them up, like you did to me that one time. That's worse. Oh, and then we have jalapeno salsa that we made. Homemade. But I didn't do that. All the jars are in the refrigerator because I didn't know until after it was done that we were supposed to put lemon juice or lime or something in there to...
Like vinegar?
Yeah, to help preserve it, because even though it's canned, it can still go bad.
Yeah, because...
So they're all in the refrigerator until we get them eaten up, and then next time we'll do it right.
Yep, because there wasn't enough acids in there in the stuff.
Because the recipe I followed didn't say anything about that. So it was after the video of us doing it went up. Everybody said, "Oh no, you were supposed to put some kind of acid in there." And it's like, oh well, it's too late now.
Yeah, like white vinegar.
'Cause we've got what, 2 jars in there, 3 jars that haven't even been opened yet, but we put them in the refrigerator just in case because we don't want it going bad because it's really good.
Yeah.
Trial and error, I guess.
Yep, trial and error. You know, and I didn't know that either, so.
Gordon put a mad little meat wad on the screen.
Oh, meat wad?
Yeah, it looks like meat wad.
Well, then that'd be my canned meats then that I canned. Canned venison and canned fish.
Dawn says, did you send the salsa to Dan too? No, not that salsa. I wanted to send him, what was it, California Reaper?
Yeah. And,
yeah, salsa.
And
but none of our peppers grew.
Yeah.
The plants stayed real small, and then they died, and we didn't get any of the Reaper pepper. Oh, Carolina Reaper, that's what it is. We didn't get any, so we didn't get to make any of that.
Yeah, and plus wanted to send them some apple butter, too.
Yeah, we haven't made any apple butter lately.
We didn't make any apple butter either, so...
Robert says, sounds like it needed Dan's Canadian whiskey. Gross. I don't think that's what they mean. It said either lemon juice or lime or vinegar, not whiskey. And Gordon says, look forward to the springtime. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a while.
Yeah, like we've been buying mustard seed and dill seed and stuff because of how hard we had finding stuff last year about, you know, about being able to do stuff with some of our produce.
Yeah, because when we went to can our pickles, it was gone all the time. So now every month we buy one of each. We're going to do that all the way until canning season, and then we're going to have plenty.
Yep.
Because if you wait until canning season, it's all gone.
And then it's all gone, and we're probably going to want to start, not now, but later on, I'll probably get a couple gallons worth of vinegar too, because sometimes that stuff would disappear on you too.
Yeah, when everybody's canning.
Yeah.
And John says, do you have an apple butter video? Kind of. If you go on our playlist, there is, it's called Cooking, Baking, and Grilling, something like that. That's one of our playlists. There is one on there about apple butter, but it's not proper. It's not step by step. So the next time we make apple butter, we will make a proper step-by-step one that shows how to do it.
Yeah. Because apple butter is awesome. once we make up the apple butter, then we go through the process of canning it also.
Yeah, and Dawn says, I have only canned berries for jam.
Yeah.
Clay Banks says, hello guys, nice to see you. Congratulations on the 1,000 subs. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And hello.
But yeah, canning is something I've been getting into the last few years. So.
Dawn says, cool, I want to make apple butter. Yeah, it's not hard. He put it in the slow cooker and let it just cook and cook and cook.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have to have the right spices and stuff. And then you have to can it.
Yeah. You just gotta find, there's quite a few different recipes out there. I find that the recipe without the nutmeg in it is what I prefer.
But what's wrong with nutmeg?
Well, nothing wrong with it, but you get a slightly different taste of apple butter when you put in nutmeg. And I've had it both ways. Apple butter with nutmeg in it is fine. I just prefer it myself without nutmeg in it.
Huh.
Because you get a slightly different taste out of the two.
And John says, last summer was my first time canning, and nutmeg is very strong to me.
Yeah.
That could be why your apple butter, to me, does not taste like apple pie without the crust, though. I've had apple pie that tasted like... I've had apple butter that tasted like apple pie with no crust. But if you're not using the nutmeg, that's why it doesn't taste quite like that. It's good, but it's not quite like that.
It could be. I like it with the nutmeg too. It's just I prefer it without the nutmeg in it.
Gordon says, hope the things said have gone through. Yeah. I don't think I've missed anything you said, Gordon. We can see it all. And yeah, I don't know if you're back where you should be, or I don't know. Anyway, Dawn says strong, ha ha ha, and she loves cinnamon. Yeah.
There's been times where I've sat down with the apple butter and just ate it like applesauce.
Yeah.
Just because it's really good.
Yeah, I used to just put it on toast, but you can do more with it.
No, you can do a lot more than just putting it on toast. Use it for topping for ice cream. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it.
Yeah. We don't have any right now, though.
Yeah, we don't have any right now, no.
No.
Making homemade apple butter is not hard. It's just the part that takes the longest is just cooking it all down and letting it get nice and dark brown like you're supposed to. A nice dark color consistency.
Yeah. Clay Banks says peanut and apple butter sandwich. Peanut butter and apple butter sandwich, right? Sounds good though.
Yeah.
Belfry Bats, did you guys ever do the cinnamon challenge? No, because that looked so stupid. I saw that. You put it in your mouth and then you hope you don't inhale it and fill your lungs with cinnamon and die. No, we're not going to do that one.
No.
Yeah, peanut butter. That's what I thought. Some of those challenges are stupid. Too stupid. Yeah. Dangerous.
You want to do a challenge, eat a bunch of instant coffee right up out of the can. Don't add no water.
That's stupid too.
Exactly. You're going to do stupid things.
We do have
do stupid things. Do it right.
We do have a playlist of challenges. There's a few on there, like the Carolina Reaper, beef jerky. We ate crickets. We ate mealworms. Those were actually good.
Yeah.
Nobody believes us, but they were actually really good.
Grasshoppers? Didn't we do those too?
No, we didn't eat grasshoppers.
Didn't do those?
We ate crickets and we ate mealworms, those little boxes.
Yeah.
And there's the Bean Boozled challenge on there, but it wasn't... That's not the only thing in that video, because I wasn't doing them right at the time. So it's only part of a video. But no, we don't want to redo it because those Bean Boozled beans are gross. We don't want to eat those again.
The one that I really didn't care, the beans that I really didn't care for out of those especially was the ones that was supposed to taste like baby wipes or whatever.
Yeah, gross. Dawn says the challenge is the water bucket challenge or the polar bear challenge. No, the problem with those challenges are that they are old news now. And if we make videos on that kind of stuff, nobody's going to watch it anyway because that stuff happened years ago. We'll have to look up and see what challenges are going on right now. Dan says, I hated those jelly beans. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And a few years before that, I bought a Harry Potter version, and they were just as gross.
You know, just like that one challenge that was going on for a while, I think kind of over with too is the water in a condom.
Oh yeah.
One where you drop it over the person's head, you know.
Yeah, and hope that it like surrounds your head or something.
Yeah.
That was like 6 years ago or more, even longer maybe.
Yeah.
I wanted to get one of those tequila suckers, but that's not very good for a challenge video anyway, because you have to eat the whole sucker before you get to the worm, and they have ones with scorpions in them too. Dawn says, it's winter, I see people doing the polar bear one. If that's jumping in the water, like going and jumping in Lake Huron or Lake Michigan right now, no.
Yeah.
No.
Especially with one of the Great Lakes, the water is already cold to begin with. Even if it's 100 degrees outside, you still go in that water and it's still cold.
Yeah. I mean, there are charities that do that every year. And they're crazy enough. But they raise money to help people. We're not just going to go do it just because.
Excuse me. If I was going to get in the cold water, I'd just do it right down here.
Dawn says, go in the frozen ocean. Yeah, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
We're pretty far from the ocean.
Yeah, where we're at, yeah, we're pretty far.
We're way closer to Black Lake, Mullet Lake, Burt Lake, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan. You know.
Yeah.
The ocean is a long way from here.
Yeah, it is.
Dawn, what's in your cup? Coffee or soda? There's Mountain Dew in there, even though I shouldn't drink it. There's Mountain Dew in there. It's hard to to stop drinking it once you start. I just have to quit cold turkey again. He's got coffee.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Soda.
What, you put pop in your coffee cup?
Yep.
He had coffee. Didn't you? Or did I? Is that why I thought you had cold coffee because it was pop in there?
Yep.
Oh.
I just wasn't going to say nothing because sometimes you're a pain in my rear end.
Okay. Dawn says, those people are crazy for going in the frozen water. Yeah. I don't want hypothermia. I swam in Lake Huron in April once because it was a warm day. But by the time I got out of the water, it was when I still lived in Alpena. By the time I got out of the water, I could barely move. So even though it was a warm day, the lake wasn't warm yet.
Yeah.
That's as close as I need to come to that kind of thing.
Well, the closest I ever come to going polar bear plunging was in January. Me and some of my family members decided to go canoeing down the Black River. Well, there was 3 of us in the boat. It was already loaded. And the person that was sitting in the middle reaches out, grabs a hold of a tree branch, and gives it a good yank. We all went over in the boat, and good thing I had some dry clothes packed in a sealed waterproof bag because.
What did they do that for? Did you guys all kick his ass for doing that?
Yeah, I was gonna make him fucking walk the bank home. But everybody else was like, "No, you can't do that to him." I was like, "Oh yeah, watch me."
No, Robert says, I saw the video of Don doing the polar bear car repair. It didn't look fun. Yeah, because we don't have a garage, so he just has to go out there and lay in the ground to fix cars.
Yeah, I'd love to have a garage, but they don't fit in our budget, so.
No. Clay Banks says, the lakes aren't freezing anymore. Superior still hasn't frozen yet. Just wait, it's early. And Lake Superior is huge. Actually, none of the Great Lakes ever freeze over completely. They never have. There's always open parts in the middle. So especially Lake Superior, it's the hugest. It's never going to freeze over all the way.
Yeah, it never does.
So. But I can guarantee you that water's cold.
Oh, yeah. There's been times where I wanted to go to swimming where it was a hot day. And you go to get in the water, it's like you don't not in it very long till you come back out because the water is cold enough to where it's like a numbing cold, you know.
Yeah, that's the dryer, by the way. Oh, Clay Banks, use your greenhouse for your garage. Well, for one thing, the door's not big enough to drive a car through there. It's not that big of a greenhouse. It'll just wreck the greenhouse.
Yeah, it's not that big. I can stand right in the middle of it, put my arm up like this, and I'm touching the top of the greenhouse, and it's only 10 foot wide.
Yeah,
and
Dawn, you're right. Dryer's calling.
You know?
That means it's going to stop soon, and it might make that noise one more time before it's done. It always does that. But the laundry area is right on the other side of this wall. That's where the wash and dryer hookups are. Dan says, how did you get your dryer buzzer to last so long? I don't know. We've never touched it. We've never messed with it. It came that way.
Well, it's not a very old
no, this
dryer.
Is
it's pretty new.
See? Told you.
Shut up.
Okay. But anyway, the washer and dryer are only a year old. We got them brand new last year.
Yeah. I was going to say they're maybe a year old.
Yeah, well, the post saying that we got them came through my Facebook memories not that long ago. So
Oh, okay.
they're only a year old. But no, we haven't messed with it, or I don't even think there's a way to change it.
No, I know that you used to have a dryer where it had a switch where you could turn the buzzer on or off. And I looked on this dryer to see if it had a switch to turn the buzzer off because I was going to turn the buzzer off, but it don't got the switch to turn it off. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
John says, I have towels that are wrinkled in the dryer right now, too. I didn't get them out earlier. And Clay says, night, folks. Happy New Year. Yep, good night. Happy New Year. Dawn says, my dryer goes ding, ding, ding. Well, the last couple dryers we had didn't say anything. They just stopped. Dawn, it actually held that for review. You didn't actually swear. You just used symbols. And YouTube held it for review. That's silly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see if you try to swear in symbols, YouTube doesn't like that either, I guess. But yeah, typo. Now it's really quiet in here because the dryer stopped.
Not quite me.
Dawn wasn't trying to swear. Oh well, YouTube thought you were. Even though that's censoring. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, you wanted to use the @ It's fine. I mean, I've got the chat right here in my hand. I'll approve anything that it says it wants me to look at. Now what?
Guess what? That's what. Guess why? Chicken thigh.
That's not right. It's guess what? Chicken butt. Guess why? Chicken thigh.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Get to the other side.
That's such an old joke. Oh. There we go.
That's so old.
No, it's. But yeah.
That's so old.
Sure.
Why, you don't like me picking on you? You are pickable kind of people.
Oh, I know. Dawn says, I didn't understand the chicken going to the other side until recently. Well, it's just the most simple joke in the world. Katie says, any big travel plans coming up? Well, not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
We have to get a budget going for that. Some kind of funding. I mean, we'll go around in Michigan, but not until things open back up. Everything's seasonal here, and it's all closed right now. All the cool places.
Yeah.
So after Labor Day, they open up.
Yeah. Once things start opening up, I know I want to go to the fort, Mackinac Fort.
Fort Michilimackinac in Mackinac City. Because we already went to Fort Mackinac on Mackinac Island. And Terry says, what's for dinner? We already ate dinner. It was chicken thighs with stuffing inside of them.
Stuffed chicken thighs.
Yeah, and mashed potatoes and cream of mushroom gravy and broccoli. Terry says, we were making chili. By we, I mean Crystal. Me and Dan hit the market, though. Yeah, I want to make chili again soon. I like to make it as thick as possible. I don't like watery chili, so there's lots of beans, but not kidney beans. Hate them. Can't stand them. I use those chili beans, those ones that say chili beans and chili gravy. Those are a lot better. And onions and garlic and turkey. Lately I've been using turkey burger because we have a bunch of it. And spices and tomato soup base, tomato paste and tomato soup, anything I can find. Red pepper flakes, hot sauce, salt and pepper,
tomato juice,
chili powder. I said tomato juice.
Oh, you did. Right,
Tomatoes. And then I throw one of those McCormick chili packets in there. That makes it really good. And then when it's done, we put shredded cheese on it. Yeah, I'm a fan of spicy too. Sometimes I put red peppers and yellow peppers if I remember to get them. And sometimes I throw jalapenos in there. But he's got an ulcer, so I have to be careful with hot stuff.
Yeah.
And we usually make cornbread with it. This when we went to Walmart on the 3rd, I bought a box of jalapeno cornbread.
Yep.
Yeah, turkey burger is good.
So
I like putting it in chili. Yeah, venison burger too. But we have a whole bunch of turkey burgers, so I've been using that up in chili.
Yeah, we got one thing of that left, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's only a 1 pound package.
Oh, and sometimes I put chickpeas in the chili. Because I had turkey chili from Panera Bread. And they had chickpeas in there. And it turns out it's really good. Terry says moose chili is amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten moose. Have you eaten moose?
I had it one time and it was chili. It was in chili. I had it one time.
I haven't had that.
Elk is really good too.
I haven't had that either.
I've only had elk like 3 times. That was it.
Huh.
Never had bear. I wouldn't mind trying bear.
Dawn says chickpeas I have to try in chili. Yeah, put them in there with your beans.
Yeah, that's really
it comes
good.
Out really good.
Yeah, comes out good.
The canned chickpeas, just as you're pouring in your cans of beans, pour in your cans of chickpeas in there too.
Yep.
Oh, and onions. We cut up onions and put them in there. I'm trying to remember everything that we put in there. It's basically a take the slow cooker and dump a bunch of stuff in there type thing.
If you want it to be more Southern style, dump some corn in there.
Terry says, I was born in Alaska and have tried lots of different stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Alaska is one place I have not made it to.
No, same here.
Or Hawaii. Never went there either.
Never been there either.
Been to a lot of states, not Alaska or Hawaii.
Yep. Been through the states from here to Colorado, and then between here and Florida, and then here and Oklahoma.
And you went to Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, in Wisconsin, yeah.
Big deal, right?
Yeah, big deal.
Katie says, isn't elk hunting a big deal in your area? I've always wanted to try elk.
If you can get a license for it, because getting an elk license is like playing the lottery.
Yeah, they don't give them to everybody.
Yeah.
You have to get your name drawn or something?
It's like a drawing. Like you have to pay for it and all, and then they do the drawing. And once the drawing is done, it's done. And if your name wasn't drawn, you're out that money. You don't get it back.
Well, that's not fair.
So, and then the money the money goes for towards the DNR takes it, and then they just use it for helping to protect our natural resources.
Yeah. Smokey.
It's like playing the lottery,
What were you doing on the dryer? Come on. Come on, say hi. He's like, I hate this, let me down.
The baby smokers.
Yep. So Robert says, besides that big campground in Mackinac City, is there any other campgrounds that you would recommend? Would like to stay somewhere different when we come back up there, maybe around Sheboygan. Alright, if you want to camp in Sheboygan, go to Aloha State Park.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a nice
right?
part.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then there's Burt Lake State Park in Indian River, too.
Yep.
And we did make a video of that not too long ago, so just go back a little ways on our channel and you'll find it. We showed the day use area, we showed the camping area, everything.
Yeah, and that's Burt Lake and Indian River.
What are you doing, Smokey? Don't jump on that.
Well, Aloha State Park's a nice park.
Oh, and there's Heft State Park between Rogers City and Sheboygan, too. Those are the ones with bathrooms and stuff. There's a lot of free campsites around here, around in the area.
Around us, yeah.
But it's really roughing it.
Yeah. Like the free campsites around us, there ain't no bathrooms.
No, if you want a
showers.
bathroom, you have to take a tarp, a bucket, a toilet seat to put on the bucket, and a roll of toilet paper, and there's your bathroom.
Yeah.
You got to take your own water and everything.
Yep, because there ain't no pitch pump.
Right.
But we just use that when we go camping. We just use the free campsites just right out here, right next to us. So.
Yeah, I know, but one of these times I'd like to go camping at one of the state parks so I can take a shower and use the toilet. Because when I was growing up, we used state parks. So there was the shower building and a sink to brush your teeth and toilets and stuff. So I'm not used to that go out there with a tent and nothing else.
Well, that's what I'm used to, so that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, and we have that camper, but it doesn't have a title, so we can't put a plate on it. And the Trailblazer couldn't pull it around. So this Chevy Impala sure isn't going to be able to pull it around. You having fun over there?
Yeah. You?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Sometimes I like to know what I'm doing.
I do it too, and this helps me think.
No.
Yep.
That just makes me lazy, so I don't do anything.
Nah, that's just your thinking telling you not to do nothing.
Come here. Come on, Smokey. Ah, come on. Come on. Come here. Come on.
So you want me up there, you pick me up.
I'll get him up there.
No, you won't. 'Cause now he's jumping down and he's leaving.
Oh, they'll come back.
He's telling you.
See? They'll come back.
Oh, giving them some cat dope, huh?
Yeah, but they're all... I don't know if I can get them to come up here. They're all on the floor.
No, yeah. Too many cats would be trying to get them on the kitchen table.
Everybody but Spotted Leaf. She's sitting there on top of the cat tree and she won't come get her treats.
Nope.
So we gotta go give them to her.
She said, I ain't like all the other polls where you got them trained to go to you. She said, I got you trained for you to come to me. So who's got who trained? He's got you trained.
Yeah.
Same thing with dog owners. Dogs have them trained.
And if I don't put this away, it's catnip trees, so they're going to break into it.
Yeah.
It has to stay way up by the ceiling.
Yep. That's stay on the spice cupboard. Yeah, because I go on our spice cupboard over there, because otherwise they'll knock it down and bust it open and eat it all up.
Here's Colby. Colby.
And Buddy, he likes to knock down the algae chips for the fish on the floor.
Yeah,
rip open the bag and eat them.
He eats fish food.
Yeah, he likes to eat the fish's food. So now out of the algae chips, I got to put in a butter bowl, in a clean butter bowl, to keep Buddy out of them.
Yeah. Belfry Bat says, I hope you do a camping vlog this summer where you go deep into the Michigan woods and go squatching.
Well, heck, there's a campsite just. Well, one of them's like a 10 minutes.
Her tail
10
is
minute walk from
ridiculously long.
The nearest campsite to us is only like 10-minute walk from here.
Yeah. Because we live right next to the railroad tracks. They used to be railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Now they're the snowmobile trail, and in the summer you can walk on it, ride your bike or whatever.
Yeah, the trails.
Well, if you follow that down there, there's a campsite.
Yeah. And then you go, if you go by foot, it's about a 10-minute walk. But if you want the other campsites, that's further down, and that's probably 15, maybe 20-minute walk further on down to the other campsites.
Yep.
But,
Dan says, I always wanted a cat that was every color. Yeah, I kind of did too. And when my friend Jody, who she used to live over in Levering, which is by Sheboygan, she messaged me and said, do you want a kitten? And then she sent me the litter, and there was
sent you a picture.
There
of
was
the litter.
Colby, yeah, a picture of the litter, and there was Colby, and I'm like, I'll take the calico. So, but I had to hide it from Don because I didn't want him to be like, we don't need any more cats. Belfry Bat says, are there Sasquatches walking around 10 minutes from your house? Sure.
Yeah.
All the time.
There's just like somebody put down that there was a Sasquatch sighting on the corner of 68 and Barkley.
Well, yeah, they said okay, that's right here in Tower. 68 is the main highway, and then Barkley is the side road, the first side road you go on to get to our house. And there's a Bigfoot sighting website, and it says that they saw a Bigfoot right in the middle of M68. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So yeah, he was just standing He was just standing in the middle of the main highway. Yep, I betcha.
Yeah, you betcha. Might have been a big overgrown deer or something.
Maybe it was some hairy old guy who needed to take a shower.
Maybe. Maybe it was Sam Squanch.
All right, Bubbles.
Sam Squanch?
Yeah.
There's the reason why you were saying Sam Squanch?
Yeah, because
Sam.
Sam. We're talking about Trailer Park Boys. If none of you have watched
Sam
Trailer Park
Squanch.
Boys, you don't know what I mean.
Yeah. But that's what Bubbles meant by it. Because it was Sam.
Yeah.
Sam Squanch. That was hilarious.
But yeah, I like Bigfoot stuff, but I don't really believe they're out there. That's like I love dragons, but I don't expect one to come through the backyard.
Yeah. Well, we are surrounded by a bunch of country.
Yeah. Way out in the country.
Oh, yeah.
So who knows?
Oh, got there. You got that main trail out from the front side of the property. Got state land with all kinds of two-trackers running through it off the back side of the property.
John says Jennifer Coolidge just won a Golden Globe. Who, Stifler's mom? That's who played Stifler's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have the TV on right now. I forgot that it was even on. But yeah, I grew up in the country, and going shopping is always at least 45 minutes to an hour one way. I'm used to it. It's always been that way.
Yeah, it's been.
But when I lived in Alpena for 17 years, it was kind of nice when Walmart was just around the corner. Like, oh, I forgot something at Walmart. I'll go back. Takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now,
To go there and
if
back.
if we go to Walmart and we forgot something, oh, you're waiting until next time.
Yeah. Yeah. Because from here to Walmart, you're probably talking.
It's 26 miles one way.
I was gonna say about 26 miles.
And that's the closest one.
Yeah, and that's the
The rest
closest
of them are
one. Yeah.
further.
And that's just one way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause
Dawn says, I just noticed. Sorry. What, that we're not watching TV? You don't have to be sorry. She said, I had the TV on with no sound, so I didn't know what was on. Yeah. He was watching Rocky on Netflix.
Yeah,
What, it was Netflix, right?
Yeah, it was on Netflix.
Before we started this, but I turned it off completely instead of just pausing it to make sure the live stream would run good.
Yeah, we own all the Rocky movies anyway.
Yeah.
We
But-
own Rocky 1 through 5, Balboa, Creed, Creed 2, which that's all tied together, so.
It's Netflix. You can just turn it back on and it'll be right where
Why
you
not?
tell you where you left it.
Or I could walk in there and
Yeah.
grab a movie off the shelf and flap it in the player.
Dawn says, I have 3 Walmarts in less than 5 miles from me.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like they built them a little too close together.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me, too.
Yeah, up here there's...
It's not like that up here.
Alpena has one, Sheboygan has one, Gaylord has one, Petoskey has one. And they're all many miles apart. Many
yeah,
miles.
Many miles apart, yeah.
Dawn says, if this Walmart doesn't have it, go 1.5 miles to the next one.
And if that one don't have it, go to the next one.
That might be kind of nice, but...
Yeah. And where we live, you want to go to a store like that, you might be driving for a short bit.
Dawn says there's Target next to each one. Well, you know what? We never got a Target around here.
We don't have one of those either.
Nope, we have to go all the way to Traverse City to go to Target.
There's a lot of stuff we don't have around
And
here.
Traverse City from here is 2 hours away.
Yeah, there's a lot of things around here we don't have that.
We don't go to...
It's ridiculous.
We go to Target like once or twice every 10 years because we don't go to Traverse City every time we turn around. It'd be cool if they built one somewhere closer, but I don't think they will. Dawn says I'm hella spoiled with that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm used to living around here where...
I mean, I still like living out in the country, though, because it's quiet and it's peaceful. Especially where we live here. The neighbors don't even make any noise or anything. And they live... There's a neighbor over here, way over there. There's one over there, way over there. We don't live in a place where it's house.
Yeah,
Where you don't... You can barely fit in between you and the neighbor. It's not like that around here.
Our closest neighbor is like 400 feet away. Like 450 feet away is our closest neighbor.
Yeah. And they're all normal people that don't cause problems.
Yeah.
Dawn says, I'm a city mouse.
Yeah.
Well, I
wouldn't
like
be
to
able handle
go...
the city.
I like to go visit cities. Like I went to... In 2008, I went to New York City and went to Times Square, but I sure wouldn't ever want to live there.
Yeah. I'd go and visit a city or something, but as for living in a city, no.
Dawn
I'm
says,
too used to being way out here in the country.
not quiet here. It's like Dan's with sirens and all that.
The way I look at it...
Yeah, we
if
don't
you-
hear that here.
Yeah, the way I look at it, if you can't walk out your door and piss off your porch, your neighbors are too close. Or if you can walk outside and smell their wood smoke from their wood stove, they're too close.
Yeah. Belfry Bats, how many acres do you guys have? Isn't it 2.25 acres?
2.28 acres here.
Close. Close enough. John says, that's awesome. I watch New York walking tours on YouTube. I didn't like how, I went, this was 2008, so the Toys R Us was still open. I went in there, I wanted to look at some stuff. Well, it was so full of people that there were people standing in front of everything I wanted to look at, and they didn't want to move. And I'm not the kind of person who's going to be like, hey, excuse me, get out of my way. So I just gave up and left. So that got a little aggravating. And then when I was trying to walk down the sidewalk in Times Square, and it was like a sardine can, that got a little aggravating. So it's all right to visit, but I sure wouldn't want to live there because I think I'd be mad all the time.
Yeah, same with me. I'm not a city person, no. I wouldn't be able to do it.
John says, my dad wants me to move to Idaho near him. Out in the country? Because that'd be, well, for us that would be nice, but not for you if you don't like it.
Right. Yeah, I'm more of a country kind of person. Like
Yeah.
to be out in the country. I like to go deer hunting and stuff like that also when it's hunting season, and
I like to go fishing.
yeah, I like to go fishing too.
Even if I don't catch anything, it's nice to just sit there by the water.
Yeah, there's no reason for me and you not to be doing as much fishing as we've been doing, because we live so close to the water. It's not funny.
Yeah, the Black River's across the road.
Yeah, it's right here. I get up on top of our house, I can see the river from the top of our house, and it's not that far away.
Yep. Don says, I'm a half hour away from San Francisco. I don't go often, but I will miss it if I move. Yeah, but I'm sure you can find a big city in Idaho that you'll like visiting just as much, I'm sure. And then Belfry Bat says, we lived in downtown Chicago after we got married. It was miserable. I can imagine. When I used to have to take the Greyhound, when I was going out to California and Arizona, like I worked at the Grand Canyon, I had to take the Greyhound, and I always had a great big long layover in the Chicago Greyhound station. And the bus would pull in on one side, and then I'd have to wait for like 4 hours, and then the bus that I needed to get to was on the other side. And everybody kept telling me, don't talk to anybody, it's dangerous, keep to yourself. And the last time I went through there, coming back to Michigan from California, some guy walked up to me and said, you got any weed I can have? I'm like, what? No. So I suppose it could have been worse.
Yeah. At least it was something foolish like that, so.
Don says, my dad is 1.5 hours from Boise. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. As soon as I said that, I'm like, I bet Boise is pretty big. Don says, I love the beach. It's so awesome being near all the beaches. Well, we have beaches here too for Lake Huron and Lake Michigan. And then the smaller lakes, they all have beaches too. And it's not salt water. And there's no sharks or jellyfish in them. So,
at least I can say I got to go swimming in the ocean one time in my life.
So did I. I went to Florida a few times, and there's pictures of me wading around in the ocean.
Yeah, I don't got no pictures of it, but before I went in, everybody's like, make sure you shuffle your feet along the bottom. Like, what for? They were like, oh, so that way you don't accidentally step on any stingrays or anything.
Jeez, nobody told me that.
Because it was a few. That's why they said shuffle your feet. If there's one there, you're gonna kick them up, and then they'll just swim away.
Yeah, John says no sharks or jellyfish. That is a plus. It is, because it's fresh water, and they can't survive here, so they don't make it here. But I did used to know a woman who was born and raised here in Michigan, and in 2020 she said to me, I don't like swimming in Lake Huron. And I said, why? Because, she said, because there's sharks and jellyfish. And I just looked at her like, You're born and raised in Michigan, and you think there's sharks and jellyfish in the Great Lakes? Get out of here. She was serious, too.
Yeah, that's just downright stupid.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Those are ocean
ocean
saltwater fish, not freshwater fish.
Yeah, I'll never forget that she said that.
Yeah. We get some big fish here in our waters, yes, but not sharks and stuff like that, no.
Belfry bats. Couldn't a big old Michigan pike bite you in a lake? Yes, but they stay out in deep water. Very deep water. Those big fish, they're there. Like in Lake Huron, Black Lake, whatever, but they're way out in the middle where it's really, really deep and nobody swims there anyway.
Oh.
So when you're swimming around the shore, you're not going to see stuff like that.
Yeah, you might see a pike and stuff, but...
Not a great big giant one, though. I never have.
The biggest pikes I've ever seen around these parts were probably right around the 40-inch mark for the biggest one.
Yeah, but I think she's talking about those big fish.
Oh, you would be talking more like
those ones they catch in tournaments and stuff. Those great big long things.
Yeah, you'd be talking more like muskie, but muskie get real big too.
Yeah. But I also don't think, even if they did come by the shore, I think they'd be scared by somebody flopping around the water and they'd swim away.
Yeah, they'd take off, yeah.
Yeah.
They got teeth. When you catch one, don't go off sticking your fingers in their mouth because they would tear you up, but pike have lots of teeth.
Yeah, well... I don't know about swimming in the Tower Pond, though, which is right by here. It's not actually a pond. It's a dammed up area of the Black River right out here on M68.
Excuse me.
But we were fishing there one time, and this giant, just huge, ugly, nasty snapping turtle swam right in front of it, right past us, like right at the shore. And it stayed under the water, and it looked like it was moving in slow motion. And it's like, oh, that's creepy. I don't want to swim in there with that thing.
Yeah, but they're going to be anywhere. Don't matter where you go. Usually if they see you, they're going to go the other way. So they ain't going to bother you. The only way they're going to bother you is if you get them cornered and they feel like they got to defend themselves.
Yeah, well, that thing was pretty scary looking.
Well, they look scary, yeah. They do look scary.
And I was not able to get the camera on in time to catch it either. Because it was... I mean, it looked like it was moving in slow motion, but it didn't take long for it to get past us.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah, that one that we seen there, if it would have been turtle season and being able to harvest that, that would have been a nice one to take home. It would have been considered legal size.
I've never eaten turtle. I don't know if I'd like it or not.
I've never eaten it, but I've heard that it's good, though. I've heard there's a bunch of different kinds of meat in it, but you know, where like one part of the turtle might taste different than the other part.
So Dawn says, how is it having snow for months at a time? My dad and his wife moved a few years ago from California, and they haven't adjusted to the longer, colder winters yet. Oh. I was born and raised here, so it's normal. I mean, I'm completely used to it. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it just depends on the person.
Yeah, I mean, if you came from somewhere else, you're not going to be used to it. What'd you do?
I'm not the thermostat down to the one heater.
Oh, but anyway, if you were born and raised with this kind of stuff, you don't really think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smokey's out there running around like he's crazy. Which he's been doing a lot lately, which is kind of weird, because... He's 4 years old, and then he's lately, for the last, I don't know, month or so, he's been running around like a crazy kitten.
Yeah, and when he's usually a laid-back cat.
Yeah.
When he's usually all laid back and is like, leave me alone.
Punk Skunk says, are there any lake snakes like water moccasins in the lakes there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
When we go fishing down here... It's part of the, it's the Black River, but Don puts the fish on a fishing stringer. Well, I don't think it's a water moccasin, It's just a normal one.
It's just a.
But there's always this little snake, probably about this long, that comes slithering through the water past us. And one time, which I do have it on film, on in a vlog, it stopped and it grabbed the fish on the fishing stringer and tried to take them away. So it's like, well, that's great. John says, we have rattlesnakes, at least you get a warning. Yeah, there's one species of rattlesnake here, and I've never seen it. So apparently it's not, like, everywhere constantly.
Yeah, we do got rattlesnakes here.
One species.
Yeah, one species, and that's it.
Yeah. But I've never seen one, and that's okay with me anyway.
I've never personally seen them, but I have heard them.
Have you?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I've never personally seen them, but I have heard them. And there was a guy here in Onaway, this would have been back years ago. I know the dude's name is Jerry Fredenick. Him and some other people had found a rattlesnake. And they ended up killing it, and they made the newspaper with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that, but
yeah.
Mainly we have garter snakes.
Yeah, like
and hognose snakes.
Hognose snakes, grass snakes.
None of them are
red
poisonous.
Racers.
Yeah. Blue racers, they have blue bellies. None of them are poisonous. The only one that's poisonous is the rattlesnake, and you don't see that very often.
Yep. And hognose snakes, they eat toads and frogs and things like that.
Yeah. John says, due to COVID and people not being out as much, the wildlife has multiplied. Up around here, nobody stayed home like they were supposed to, so I don't think that makes any difference around here. I mean, there were some of us who did, like me and Don and my mom, but there are so many people up here who fought the whole thing and said it wasn't fake and it didn't exist and it was all blah blah blah, all a bunch of garbage.
They're saying it was all a hoax and blaming it on other countries and.
Don't go into it too much. Nobody wants to hear about that.
I was just gonna say.
But my point is,
whatever.
Nothing's multiplied here because people were running around outside just as much as ever.
Yeah. Nobody tried to stay indoors around here.
And Don says we have gardener snakes. Isn't it garter snake or is it gardener snake?
No, I don't recall how.
Well, anyway,
people pronounce it both ways, so.
Yeah. Snakes. One way or the other, it's a snake.
Yeah, but I know that people pronounce that snake two separate ways, and I'm not really sure which one's proper.
Yeah. We had an orange corn snake for a while. It's in some of our 2016 videos. His name was Cheeto. His name was Cheeto.
Cheeto, yeah.
But he was in the aquarium that the fish are in. That's why we have that aquarium, because we got him from somebody. But about a year after we got him, it was hot in here, and it's with the wood stove, and you can't let your snake get too hot. So I opened up the aquarium, and the window was open behind the aquarium. And we didn't have screens yet. And I thought, oh, he'll be fine. And then I got busy and forgot about it. I come back, there's no snake. We never saw him again. It's obvious he must have gone out the window. So, and it was March. It was an unusually warm March day, so it was real hot in here. But then it got cold. So we know he became a snake sickle.
Yeah, he wouldn't have made it over here.
Yeah, we're not going to try to have reptiles again because it gets too hot in here with the wood stove. Dawn, you know the green snakes, ha ha ha. Yeah, that's one color of garter snake, but we have some black ones here too.
No,
Dawn says no, he's fat and happy living off the land. No, he found a hole to keep warm. Well, I don't know if he did or not though.
Yeah, I don't know.
If he's still around, great, but I don't know.
Yeah, hognose snakes, them come in all different colors. Tan, black, brown.
Yeah, but we were talking about the corn
Oh, the
snake.
corn snake. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Cheeto.
Unless he become bird food somewhere. Because he was all bright colors and the wild bird could have snagged him up and ate him.
Dawn says, I didn't know they came in black. Yeah, there's a few different colors. There's some that have designs on them too, like spots and stuff. But they're all considered gardener snakes. Here anyway. I don't know about everywhere else. I don't mind snakes as long as they don't surprise me. Like I'm walking along and here comes a snake. That's what I don't like.
Yeah. What, you didn't like that one that you come across out here in the yard?
No.
That hognose?
Yeah, a couple falls ago I was walking around the yard taking pictures of the fall leaves. And all of a sudden I heard a funny noise and I looked down and there was this big hog-nosed snake with his head up in the air like this and his right here. Yeah, like all out like this. Because that's what they do. They try to look like cobras to scare people.
Yeah, they flatten their head right out flat, where it almost looks like a spoon almost.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that because I had no idea it was there, and then all of a sudden there it is. I did stick around long enough to take a few photos. They're on my Instagram, but who knows where. But then I went in the house.
Yeah, hog-nosed snake, you can take them and smack them across the back of the head real hard and fast, and then they'll roll around their back and play dead. Then they start putting off the foul odor.
What are you doing running around hitting snakes in the back of the head?
To see what his response would be.
Oh, whatever.
And seriously, they'll play dead. They'll roll around their back, and then they'll play dead, and then they start putting off this nasty odor. And if you roll them over onto their belly, they'll roll right back around to their back again.
Dawn says snakes are her phobia, and I don't tell people because they like to scare me with them. No, thank you.
Well, can't be any worse than what I've done to my cousin. We was going for a ride, leaving to go somewhere. Well, I had a snake. Well, once we was in the car, I threw a snake down on the floor next to her feet. Yeah.
Well, that's not very nice.
That was. Just seen her fucking screaming. She started screaming like a schoolroom brother.
Can you do me a favor and go get Buddy?
Go get Buddy.
Yeah, he's trying to get in the aquarium. He likes to, I don't think he can't actually get in the aquarium, but it's open in the back, so he's always drinking water out of there, and then we have one little fish in there and then one big fish, and I think he wants the fish. But he'll never catch him. But I'll give you guys a chance to see Buddy. Because he's getting really big, and he's only 7 months old, and he's as big as a whole cat already. He's going to be a big cat. Aren't you, Buddy?
Sir Bud a lot.
Yep, you're going to be a big, big kitty. Aw.
Sir Bud a lot.
He's a good boy. He's real friendly. Yep, he is a big cat already.
Yeah,
And he's not done growing,
yeah,
so he's going to be a
not
big
done
cat.
growing, yeah.
He's 2 months younger than Colby, and he's already way bigger than she is.
Yeah. I think Colby's going to be a small cat.
Yeah. Because she's 9 months old now, and I don't know how much growing she has left to do. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Probably not, but he's purring like crazy. That's not for you. All right. So it's 11 o'clock our time, and it's been 2 hours, and we usually do these for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. That way we can watch the news and see if anything happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might finish my fox.
Yeah, well, let's say it's After we're done with this, we need to smoke a gibber.
Okay. Then I won't finish my fox until tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm ready to burn. So,
Yeah, so thank you everybody who came.
Yeah, thank you.
We really appreciate it. I will be making a normal video tomorrow. I'll talk about my fox and the dragon. I might have the dragon thing. For those of you who didn't see, the dragon, this dragon thing is next.
Yeah.
So.
But you gotta finish your foxy first.
It's almost done.
Yeah, foxy.
And I actually have other things to paint too, but I haven't done it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and say good night. There goes the train clock saying it's 11. Yep. Say good night.
Say good morning.
All right. I gotta come all the way around now and turn you guys off.
Run, Neil, run.
I just fall over while I'm in the process.
Well, while you're falling over in the process, make sure you don't break your neck.
All right. Bye, everybody, and thanks a lot.